Alright YouTubers, how you diddling? This is the Dispose List, and in this video I will be talking about the specializations that have been introduced with the Turning Tides downloadable content DLC. There is one for each of the infantry classes, and 2 for pilots, and 2 for tankers, and for cavalry there are... hang on, I'm just looking, checking. No, there's none. There are none. Wow, okay. Another stealth nerf for the cavalry. Moving swiftly on, I'm going to firstly talk about the pilot's safe bail. So this spec has players exiting your airplane accompanied by a spotting flare. That sounds pretty good to me, so when your passengers leap out, spotting flare is also tossed to the ground, and your passenger should have a reasonable chance of at least knowing what he's falling into. The observant among you will notice that although the flare clearly deployed, there was no indication on the minimap. The next thing I tested, of course, was what happens when the pilot bails. And indeed, when the pilot bails, you also get a flare, and this time you do see what's on the minimap, so I believe that flare effect is personal just to that person, not to the whole team like your normal scout or aeroplane flare. Next up is cloud cover, decreasing the length of time you're spotted by 50%. In this clip you can see the time I'm spotted is about 6 or 7 seconds. Ordinarily that is nearer 12. I'm no pro pilot, but I do know when I'm flying, planes being spotted means I can turn to them to attack or run away much more easily. Next, tanker critical cover automatically deploys smoke when your tank is disabled. The test you're seeing has the enemy tank deploying mines because the first thing I wanted to test was what exactly do they mean by disabled. Okay, so it looks like getting your tracks disabled by a mine isn't enough to trigger the effect. Fair enough. So what happens if they continue to pound at my tank in general? So there you go, it's extreme low tank health that triggers the smoke effect. Pretty handy. Next up, the Convoy spec has self-repairing, also repairing nearby vehicles. So both these tanks are damaged. If I jump in mine and start repairing, you can see that the other's health also increases, or you can if I zoom in a bit. So this situation doesn't occur much in game, and I haven't had much time for testing, but it looks like the health on the friendly tank is increasing gradually, which of course isn't the way that it does it on your own tank. You have a repair cycle and the health jumps in chunks, which you lose if that cycle is interrupted. The overall rate of increase for the two tanks looks the same, but there's a small hitch slip for the friendly tank that leaves it lagging behind a little. Maybe that's a bug. Next up, the Scout specialization Ripple. After headshotting an enemy with your single action rifle, the next enemy you spot will be highlighted. So, there's a headshot. Now, someone to spot please. And there you go. Oh, he didn't live long. Well, I got a spot bonus and a periscope spot bonus, so yeah, that's pretty cool. And there's another headshot and the outline spotting in action. And it makes me wonder if they've brought this in because no one actually uses the trench periscope that would otherwise be doing this in-game. Anyway, quite an interesting and useful spec. And just to show you that it really does mean the next spot you do, however long that takes to do, is the one that gets outlined. Next, let's talk about the medic Reciprocity specialization, where healing an ally heals you for 12.5 health points. So you can see I've taken a bit of damage there, and I throw out a health pack to my squad mate. Now, even though I only heal him for 3, I gain 13 health. Down to 38 health there, I throw out another pouch, and I'm back up to 50, gaining 12. Not a startling amount, but very helpful in situations such as this. And does it work with a medical crate? Yes, it does. I drop the crate here for my chaps and I move on and take some damage. You can see not until the guys behind me start getting healed does my health go back up as well. Next is the support class Perseverance specialization, where holding the repair tool increases your walking speed by 25% and reduces explosive damage by 20%. This is obviously intended to help with your success and survival while repairing friendly tanks, or indeed while attacking enemies. It's perhaps hard to appreciate this from the video, but I did find myself doing this occasionally, and what was really quite frustrating is an awful lot easier with this specialization. So the last specialisation to talk about is the Assaultpilferer, where victims of melee kills drop helpful items relating to their kit. And to demonstrate this, I've made videos of each kit being melee killed. The first though is straightforward: kill a medic, get 3 medical pouches. The second, again straightforward: melee kill a support person and you get 3 ammo pouches. What do you get 3 of when you bash a scout's head in? You don't. You get a spotting flare. And when you bash the brains out of an assault guy, for some reason he poops landmines? That's weird, I thought. That's not going to be useful very often. Oh, you can pick them up. Maybe you can place them, even if you can't normally. No. Okay. Maybe you can place them if you're the kind of person that ordinarily has mines, but you've used them all. Oh, hang on, I've confused myself here. After I picked up the first 2 landmines he pooped, I picked up his kit. So I'd better go and pick up my kit again, which could hold landmines, and I should have 2 landmines to place. Yeah, I have. Okay. That's a little bit situational though, and a little bit weird, isn't it? It's not going to be often very handy having landmines pooped. It could in fact be very dangerous. So those were the new specialisations for the Turning Tides DLC. Please do leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, a thumbs down if you must, and your ideas and thoughts are always welcome in the comments. Thanks for watching, see you next time.